You reach for the leaf, seeing those tiny, bloated brown dots scattered across the surface. They look like dried up scales, or maybe just hardened dirt left behind by some garden nuisance. Your instinct is immediate. Grab a damp paper towel, give it one firm wipe, and clear the plant of what looks like a messy, dying infestation. Stop. Before you move your hand, pause for a second. Because that motion you are about to make, it might be the very thing that destroys your best line of defense. What you are looking at is not just a speck of dirt or a random dead bug. Those hardened, amber-colored shells are actually something far more calculated. They are the remains of a battle, frozen in time, right on the surface of your plant. Most people see these dots and think they are looking at the end of a pest problem. They think they are cleaning up the aftermath of a disease. And honestly, that reaction makes sense. We are taught that if it looks like a dead insect, it belongs in the trash. But here is the part almost nobody realizes. These are not just corpses. They are mummies. And something incredibly precise happened inside them before they turned this color. A few days ago, this was a living, feeding aphid. It was busy draining the life out of your plant, unnoticed. But it wasn't alone. A tiny, almost microscopic wasp was patrolling the area. This wasp didn't just stumble upon the aphid, it hunted it. With a movement too fast for the naked eye, the wasp injected a single, microscopic egg inside the living body of that aphid. And this is where the story becomes truly uncomfortable. The aphid didn't die immediately. It kept feeding, kept growing, while the larva hatched inside it. That tiny parasite began to feed from the inside out, carefully avoiding the aphid's vital organs to keep it alive for as long as possible. It was a living, walking pantry. Only when the larva was ready to pupate did it finally consume the rest of the host, spinning a silk cocoon within the hollowed-out skin of the aphid. That brown, hardened dot you see on your leaf, that is the result. It is a fortified chamber. The dead bug you were about to wipe away is not just a corpse dish, it is the fortress of an ally currently fighting your pest problem. If you look closely at some of those shells, you might see a perfectly round, tiny hole. That is the exit door. The adult wasp has already emerged, ready to track down dozens more aphids that are currently hidden under your other leaves, stems, or flowers. That is the part that changes everything. You think you are cleaning up a mess, but you are actually interrupting a high-stakes, biological security system. When you wipe those leaves, you aren't just removing dirt. You are destroying the next generation of protectors. You are essentially dismantling a patrol unit that is doing exactly what you want, keeping the actual pest population in check without you lifting a finger. The thing you thought was the problem, that brown, ugly spot, is actually the evidence of the solution. So, what should you do if you find them? The best strategy is the simplest one. Leave them be. If you must clean the plant for cosmetic reasons, do it carefully, but understand what you are removing. If they are in a spot where they aren't bothering anyone, let that transformation finish. Let the next generation of wasps emerge and get back to work. Your garden or your indoor plants are rarely as static as they look. While you are busy with your day, there is an entire, brutal, and efficient war happening in the shadows of those stems. Those brown dots are not failures of your gardening. They are signs that your home ecosystem is working for you, silently and effectively. Next time you see those tiny, hardened shells on your foliage, don't reach for the paper towel immediately. Lean in, look for that tiny exit hole, and realize that you are looking at a system that has been evolving for millions of years just to keep things balanced. If you have ever found these tiny mummies on your plants, tell me where you saw them. Was it in your garden? Or maybe on your houseplants? And subscribe, because the next strange thing you almost removed from your home might be the very thing protecting it in a way you never expected.